A manuscript can look ready and still have serious problems hiding inside it. In this video, I'll show you how to use the CitedEvidence Manuscript Reviewer to check journal fit, review quality, submission readiness, and the main areas that may need improvement. I'm already logged into CitedEvidence. From the left side menu, I'll click Reviewer. This opens the review type page. Here, I can choose between proposal, thesis, manuscript, and literature. Proposal is for research proposals before approval or data collection. Thesis is for reviewing full thesis chapters, structure, alignment, and defense readiness. Literature is for checking synthesis, source quality, citations, and research gaps. For this video, I'll choose Manuscript. The Manuscript Reviewer is designed for journal articles, peer review, and submission readiness. Now I'll select Manuscript and click Next. The first step is choosing the research field. This helps the reviewer understand the subject area of the manuscript. I can see fields such as medicine, computer science, physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, engineering, psychology, economics, and more. There is also Auto Mode. Auto Mode lets me continue without locking the review to one specific field. This is useful when the manuscript is multidisciplinary or when I am not sure which category fits best. For this example, I'll choose biology. Now the tool moves to the next step, which is journal selection. Here, I can choose a specific journal for the review. This matters because different journals have different scopes, expectations, and submission standards. I can search for a journal using the search bar. The tool also shows suggested journals related to the selected field. For biology, I can see options such as the Journal of Cell Biology, the Embio Journal, Journal of Molecular Biology, Current Biology, and others. There is also Auto Mode here. If I keep Auto Mode selected, the reviewer will check the manuscript more generally without using one journal as the main target. For this demonstration, I'll choose the Journal of Cell Biology. Now the selected field and journal are shown below the upload area. At the top, I can also choose between standard and high-quality review. Standard is useful for a normal manuscript review. High quality is better when I want a more detailed review. For this example, I'll select high quality. Now I need to add the manuscript. I can drag and drop the file into the upload area, or click Upload Document. I can also use Select from Library if the manuscript is already saved in CitedEvidence. Below the Upload section, there is another option. I can enter an optional title and paste manuscript text directly into the text box. This is useful if I only want to review part of a manuscript instead of uploading the full file. For this demonstration, I'll upload the complete manuscript. I'll click Upload Document, choose the file, and wait for the review to begin. There is also an option called Add Custom Reviewer. This lets me add extra review criteria. For example, I could add a custom reviewer for a university checklist, a specific journal guideline, reporting standards, or instructions from a supervisor. For now, I'll continue with the built-in reviewers. Once the review is complete, the results workspace opens. On the left side, I can see the review categories. The first section is Manuscript Overview. This gives a general review of the full document. It explains the overall quality, the main concerns, and whether the manuscript appears ready for journal submission. Below that, I may see categories related to methodology, analysis, literature, alignment, ethics, contribution, writing, structure, and journal readiness. Each category checks a different part of the manuscript. In the center, I can read the detailed reviewer comments. The overview usually starts with a general explanation of the manuscript and then points out the main issues. This helps me understand the overall condition of the paper before opening every individual comment. On the right side, I can see the review score. This gives me a quick idea of the manuscript's current readiness. I may also see a recommendation such as accept, minor revision, major revision, or reject. This recommendation shows how much work the manuscript may need before submission. A reject result does not always mean the research is useless. It often means the manuscript needs major changes before it is ready for the selected journal. Below the main score, I can see the standards used during the review. Because I selected a field and journal earlier, the tool can compare the manuscript with that research area and journal context. Next, I can see category scores. These scores show which parts of the manuscript are stronger and which areas need more work. Green usually shows stronger performance. Orange shows an area that needs improvement. Red shows a serious issue. Now I'll open one of the detailed review categories from the left. Each category contains separate comments. Some comments may point out strengths. Others may be marked as warnings or critical issues. For example, the reviewer may say that the research question is unclear, the method lacks detail, the analysis is incomplete, or the discussion makes a claim that is too strong. Under many comments, there is a View on Page option. If I click this, the tool takes me to the exact page connected to the comment. This is useful because I do not have to search through the full manuscript manually. Now I'll look at the right side panel. There are two main tabs, Scores and PDF. The Scores tab shows the review results. The PDF tab opens the original manuscript beside the comments. This creates a side-by-side review. I can read the reviewer comment in the center and check the original text on the right. This makes revision much easier. Now I'll return to the Score panel. Here, I can open sections such as the review profile, standards checklist, submission readiness, required elements, action plan, document information, manuscript outline, strengths, and recommended improvements. The review profile explains how the manuscript was reviewed. The standards checklist shows which academic or journal standards were checked. The submission readiness section explains whether the manuscript is ready for submission or still needs revision. The required elements section checks whether important parts are present. This may include the title, abstract, introduction, methods, results, discussion, ethics statement, references, and other required sections. The action plan gives me a list of the most important changes to make first. These actions may be marked as high, medium, or low priority. High priority actions should be fixed before submission. Medium priority actions improve quality but may not block submission. Low priority actions are usually smaller improvements. The document info section shows basic manuscript details, such as the title, authors, field, word count, number of pages, figures, and tables. The manuscript outline shows how the document is structured. This helps me check whether the sections are complete and in a logical order. The strengths section lists what the manuscript already does well. For example, it may highlight a relevant research topic, a suitable method, clear statistical reporting, or strong academic writing. The recommended improvements section gives a clear list of changes that should be made. This is useful because it turns a large review into a practical revision checklist. Instead of trying to fix everything at once, I can work through the recommendations one by one. On the left side, I can also click Add Custom Reviewer. This lets me add another review layer even after the first review is complete. I can search available custom reviewers or create a new one. For example, I could add a reviewer for consort, prisma, plagiarism risk, journal formatting, or a specific research method. Finally, I can download the results. At the bottom of the right panel, there is an option to download review report. This downloads the full review as a PDF. There may also be an option to download the annotated manuscript. The annotated version includes reviewer comments connected to the document. This is useful when I want to revise the paper later, share the feedback with a co-author, or send it to a supervisor. So the workflow is simple. Open Reviewer. Choose Manuscript. Select the research field. Choose the target journal or use Auto mode. Select Standard or High Quality. Upload the manuscript. Wait for the review. Read the manuscript overview. Check the score and submission recommendation. Open the detailed review categories. Use View on Page to find the exact issue. Use the PDF tab to compare comments with the original manuscript. Then review the action plan, strengths, and recommended improvements. Finally, download the review report and use it as a revision checklist. That is how you use the CitedEvidence Manuscript Reviewer from start to finish.